Minasan, konnichiwa, otaku oyaji da. O genki desu ka? Hello everyone, this is Otaku Oyaji again, and today I'm going to apply the custom LED interior light treatment to the Microace Nagoya Railway Meitetsu 3400 series green line. Well, let's get to it, shall we? Lighting up this Meitetsu 3400 series is rather challenging due to space constraints. Okay, so this is the interior, and this is a 6 LEDs strip. Actually, it's warm white. I know it's supposed to be cool white due to the fact that it's a commuter train, but I thought due to its vintage, yeah, warm white might look better. Okay, so um, yeah, as you can see, the current LED strip could barely fit in. And on top of that, um, there's a protrusion that sticks out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this LED strip into two and then use jumper cables to connect them together. And I'll trim off as much as possible, and I hope that uh, it'll light up in the end. So let's try. These are items I'm using: clear plastic strip, Walmart 6 LED strip, bridge rectifier, as well as copper springs. I'll also be using my trusty IKEA scissors, Tamiya tweezers, hobby knife, nippers, and nose hair trimmers. Not to trim my nose hairs, but for very delicate cutting. First, I trim off one end of the two LED strips very close to the bulb, and then I make a hole in the center using the nose hair cutters, trimmers, whatever, until something like this. I do a dry test fit, and it fits. And now I'll test to see if, yeah, it lights up. Huzzah! Okay, this looks like a tight fit, but I think we should be able to pull it off. So, as mentioned earlier, I think I'm going to try to put the bridge rectifier over here. So let's see how it goes. First, I solder the legs of the bridge rectifier to the copper coils or springs. I have such a hard time, determining them because actually it just came from copper wires and I had to roll them or coil them into springs. So sometimes I miss out the terminology. Next, I join the two um, halves of the LED strip together, back together. Turns out I didn't need jumper wires at all, just soldering them is fine. After soldering the jumper cables onto one end of the LED strip, I coil the set cables around the legs of the bridge rectifier. I usually try to make at least 2 rounds, and I coil one round per leg at a time to hopefully maintain the position of the bridge rectifier. Following that, I solder them. And then I trim off the excess. Right, I've gone ahead and applied the clear plastic sheet onto the LED strip, trimmed it down, and on top of that, I applied another layer of double-sided tape. Somehow, this makes it adhere better to the roof of the chassis than if I were to just simply stick the LED strip onto the chassis alone. Okay, so taking off the the double-sided tape now. Okay. Now I attach it to the roof. Thank God, it fits well. Now I put the train back together again, ensuring that the copper coils go into the two holes provided. Now it's just all about checking to see if it does light up. Moment of truth. And yes, lights up and it runs. Huzzah! Next step, decals. The decals I'll be using will be the Inuyama for destination and the express service, well, for the service, namely because of the color contrast. I chose Inuyama because I think that's the only kanji I can read here. So yeah, that's that. So I've pre-cut them, so now I'm gonna apply them. Okay, there's something strange here because the orientation of the decals and for the the part where it's supposed to sit, they are reversed. So it looks a bit awkward and well, that's the best I can do. Next, I apply the destination decal Inuyama. And we are done. Now, let's take her for a spin in Otaoyamachi.
3番線ドアが閉まります。ご注意ください。
And that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. So until next time, stay safe, stay blessed. Mata ne!